Hear ye! My name is Samuel Seabury, and I present free thoughts on the proceedings of the Continental Congress. Heed not the rebel who scream revolution. They have not your interests at heart. For goodness sake, tear this dude apart. Chaos and bloodshed are not a solution. Don't let them lead you astray. This Congress does not speak for me. Let him be. They're playing a dangerous game. I pray the king shows you his mercy. For shame, for shame.
Yo,
he
have you all unraveled
rebel
some
who scream,
but the revolution is coming.
They have not your interests at
It's hard to
heart.
listen to you with a straight face. Chaos and bloodshed already
not
hot.
a
Honestly, you
solution.
shouldn't even talk.
Don't
And what
let
about
them
Boston?
lead
Look
you
at the
astray.
cost and all that we've lost, and you're talking
This
about
Congress does not speak for
My
me.
dog speaks more eloquently
They're
than thee.
playing a dangerous
But stranger,
game.
your mange is
I
the
pray
same.
the king shows you his mercy.
Is he in Jersey?
For shame!
For the revolution!
For shame!
For the revolution!
Heed!
If you repeat yourself again, I'm gonna scream. Honestly, look at me. Please don't read.
Not your interests.
Don't modulate the key, then not debate with me. Why should a tiny island across the sea regulate the price of tea?
Alexander, please.
Bert, I'd rather be divisive than indecisive. Drop the niceties.
Silence! A message from the king. A message from the king. A message from the king.
You say the price of my love's not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry in your tear which you hurl in the sea when you see me go by. Why so sad? Remember we made an arrangement when you went away. Now you're making me mad. Remember, despite our estrangement, I'm your man. You'll be back, soon you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me. You'll be back, time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well. Oceans rise and empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 your love is draining and you can't go on. You'll be the one complaining when I am gone. No, don't change the subject, 'cause you're my favorite subject. My sweet, submissive subject. My loyal, royal subject. Ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You'll be back like before. I will fight the fight and win the war. For your love, for your praise. And I'll love you till my dying days. When you're gone, I'll go mad. So don't throw away this thing we had. 'Cause when it comes to shine, I will kill your friends and family to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Everybody. Da 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 da
British Admiral has got troops on the water. 32,000 troops in New York Harbor. 32,000 troops in New York Harbor. 32,000 troops in New York Harbor. They surround the troops, they surround the troops, they surround the troops. As a kid in the Caribbean, I wished for a war. I knew that I was poor, I knew it was the only way to rise up. If they tell my story, I am either gonna die in the battlefield of glory or rise up. I will fight for this land, but there's only one man who can give us a command so we can rise up. Understand, it's the only way to rise up, rise up. Here he comes. Here comes a general. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes a general. The moment you've been waiting for. Here comes a general. The pride of Mount Vernon. Here comes a general. George Washington. We are outgunned. What? Outmanned. What? Outnumbered, outplanned. We gotta make an all-out stand. You ain't gonna need a right-hand man. Check it. Can I be real a second? For just a millisecond? Let down my guard and tell the people how I feel a second. Now I'm the model of a modern major general, the venerated Virginian veteran whose men are all lining up to put me up on a pedestal, writing letters to relatives, embellishing my elegance and eloquence. But the elephant is in the room, the truth is in your face when you hear the British cannons go. Any hope of success is fleeting. How can I keep bleeding when the people I'm leading keep retreating? We put a stop to the bleeding as the British take Brooklyn. Night takes Rook, but look, we are outgunned. What? Outmanned. What? Outnumbered, outplanned. We gotta make an all-out stand. You ain't gonna need a right-hand man. Incoming! Battering down the battery, check the damages. We gotta stop them and rob them of their advantages. Let's take a stand with the stamina God has granted us. Hamilton won't abandon shit, yo, let's steal their cannons. And boom goes the cannon, watch the blood and the shit spray. And boom goes the cannon, we're abandoning Kip's Bay. And boom, there's another ship and boom, we just lost Southern Tip and boom, we gotta run to Harlem quick, we can't afford another slip. Guns and horses giddy up, I decide to divvy up my forces. They're skittish as the British cut the city up. This close to giving up, facing mad scrutiny, I scream in the face of this mass mutiny. Are these the men with which I am to defend America? We ride at midnight, Manhattan in the distance. I cannot be everywhere at once, people. I am in dire need of assistance. Your Excellency, sir. Who are you? Aaron Burr, sir. Permission to state my case? As you were. Sir, I was a captain under General Montgomery until he caught a bullet in the neck in Quebec. And well, in summary, I think that I could be of some assistance. I admire how you keep firing on the British from a distance. I have some questions, a couple of suggestions on how to fight instead of fleeing west. Yes? Well, Your Excellency, you wanted to see me? Hamilton, come in. Have you met Burr? Yes, sir, we keep meeting. As I was saying, sir, I look forward to seeing your strategy play out. Burr, sir, close the door on your way out. Have I done something wrong, sir? On the contrary, I called you here because our odds are beyond scary. Your reputation precedes you, but I have to laugh. Sir? Hamilton, how come no one can get you on their staff? Sir! Don't get me wrong, you're a young man of great renown. I know you stole British cannons when we were still downtown. Nathaniel Greene and Henry Knox wanted to hire you to be their secretary. I don't think so. Why are you upset? I'm not. It's alright, you want to fight, you've got a hunger. I was just like you when I was younger. Head full of fantasies of dying like a martyr? Yes, dying is easy, young man. Living is harder. Why are you telling me this? I'm being honest. I'm working with a third of what our Congress has promised. We are a powder keg about to explode. I need someone like you to lighten the load. So, I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, this might be I am not throwing away my shot. Son, we are outgunned, outmanned. Need all the help you can get. I have some friends
Lawrence Mulligan, Marquita Lafayette. Okay, what else? Outnumbered, outplanned. Need some spies on the inside, some kingsmen who might let some things slide. Boom! I'll write to Congress and tell them we need supplies. You rally the guys, master the element of surprise. Boom! I'll rise above my station, organize your information till we rise to the occasion of our new nation. Sir, here comes the general. Rise up. What? Here comes the general. Rise up. What? Here comes the general. Rise up. What? Here comes the general. What? And his right hand man. Boom!
Ooh, I do, hey. Ooh, I do. Boy, you got me helpless, yeah. Look into your eyes and the sky's the limit. I'm helpless, baby. Down for the count and I'm drowning in them. I have never been the type to try and grab the spotlight. We were at a raffle with some rebels on a hot night, laughing at my sister as she's dazzling in the room. Then you walked in and my heart went boom, trying to catch your eye from the side of the ballroom. Everybody's dancing in the band's top volume, crying to the rhythm as we wine and dine. Grab my sister and whisper, yo, this one's mine. Ooh, my sister made her way across the room to you, and now I got nervous thinking what you gonna do. She grabs you by the arm, I'm thinking I'm through. Then you look back at me and suddenly I'm helpless, yeah. Look into your eyes and the sky's the limit. I'm helpless, yeah. Down for the count and I'm drowning and I'm helpless, yeah. Look into your eyes and the sky's the limit. I'm helpless, baby. Down for the count and I'm drowning in love. 1 week later I'm writing a letter nightly. Now my life gets better every letter that you write me. Laughing at my sister cause she wants to form a harem. I'm just saying, if you really love them, you share them. 2 weeks later in the living room stressing. My father's stone faced while you're asking for his blessing. I'm dying inside as we wine and dine, and I'm trying not to cry cause there's nothing that your mind can't do. My father makes his way across the room to you. I panic for a second thinking we're through, but then he shakes your hand and says be true, and you turn back to me smiling and helpless, yeah. Look into your eyes and the sky's the limit. I'm helpless, baby. Down for the count and I'm drowning and I'm helpless, yeah. Look into your eyes and the sky's the limit. I'm helpless, down for the count and I'm drowning in love. Eliza, I don't have $1 to my name, an acre of land, a troop to command, $1 for fame. All I have's my honor, a tolerance for pain, a couple of college credits and my top-notch brain. Insane, your family brings out a different side of me. Peggy confides in me, Angelica tried to take a bite of me. No stress, my love for you is never in doubt. We'll get a little place in Harlem and we'll figure it out. I've been living without a family since I was a child. My father left, my mother died. I grew up buck wild, but I'll never forget my mother's face. That was real. As long as I'm alive, I swear to God you'll never feel helpless, yeah. Look into your eyes and the sky's the limit. I'm helpless, baby. Down for the count and I'm drowning and I'm helpless. Fine cause he lies. Look into your eyes and the sky's the limit. I'm helpless, down for the count and I'm drowning and I'm. In New York you can't be a new man. In New York you can't be a new man. Helpless.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Now, everyone, give it up for the maid of honor, Angelica Schuyler.
I toast to the groom,
To the groom, to the groom, to the groom,
to the bride,
to the bride.
from your sister,
Angelica, Angelica.
hope that you provide. May you always be satisfied. Rewind. I remember that night, I just might. I remember that night, I just might. I remember that night, I remember that. I remember that night, I just might regret that night for the rest of our days. I remember those songs of boys tripping over themselves to our praise. I remember that dream like candlelight, like a dream that you can't quite place. But Alexander, I'll never forget the first time I saw your face. I've never been the same. Intelligent eyes and a hunger-paying frame. And when you said hi, I forgot my dang name. Set my heart aflame, every part aflame. This is not a game.
Strike me as a woman who has never been satisfied.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean. You forget yourself.
You're like me, I'm never satisfied.
Is that right?
I've never been satisfied.
My name is Angelica Schuyler.
Alexander Hamilton.
Where's your family from?
I'm important, there's a million things I haven't done. Just you wait, just you wait.
So this is what it feels like to match wits with someone at your level. What the hell is the catch? It's the feeling of freedom, of seeing the light. It's been Franklin with the key and a kite. You see it right? The conversation lasts in 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. Everything we said in total agreement. It's a dream and it's a bit of a dance. A bit of a posture, it's a bit of a stance. He's a bit of a flirt, but I'ma give it a chance. I asked about his family, did you see his answer? His hands started fidgeting, he looked askance. He's penniless, he's flying about the seat of his pants. Handsome, boy, does he know it? Peach fuzz, and he can't even grow it. I wanna take him far away from this place. Then I turn to see my sister's face, and she is
Helpless.
And I know she is
Helpless.
And her eyes are just
Helpless.
And I realize 3 fundamental truths at the exact same time.
Where are you taking me?
I'm about to change your life.
Then by all means, lead the way.
Number 1, I'm a girl in a world in which my only job is to marry rich. My brother has no son, so I'm the one who has to social climb for one. So I'm the oldest and the wittiest and the gossip in New York City is insidious. And Alexander is penniless. That doesn't mean I want him penniless.
Elizabeth Schuyler, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Schuyler.
My sister.
Number 2.
He's after me cause I'm a Schuyler sister that elevates to status sign. Have to be naive to set that aside. Maybe that is why I introduced him to Eliza, and now that's his bride. Nice going, Angelica, he was right. You will never be satisfied.
Thank you for all your service.
If it takes fighting a war for us to meet, it will have been worth it.
I'll leave you to it.
Number 3.
I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. If I tell her that I love him, she'd be silently resigned. He'd be mine. She would say I'm fine, she'd be lying. And when I fantasize at night, it's Alexander's eyes as I romanticize what might have been if I hadn't sized him up so quickly. At least my dear Eliza's his wife. At least I keep his eyes in my life. To the groom!
To the groom! To the groom!
To the bride! To the bride! From the sister who is always by your side. To you, the and the phone that you provide. May always be satisfied. She'll be happy as his bride, and I know he will never be satisfied, and will never be satisfied.
I may not live to see our glory.
I may not live to see our glory,
but I've seen wonders great and small.
I've seen wonders great and small.
If the Tomcat can get married,
If Alexander can get married,
there's hope for our ass after all. Raise a glass to freedom.
Hey,
something you will never see again. No matter what she tells you, let's have another round tonight. Raise a glass to the four of us, to the newly not poor of us. I will tell the story of tonight. Let's have another round. Well, if it isn't Aaron Burr, sir, I didn't think that she would make it, to be sure. Burr, I came to say congratulations. Spit a verse, Burr. I see the whole gang is here. You are the worst, Burr. Ignore them. Congrats to you, Lieutenant Colonel. I wish I had your command instead of man in George's journal. No, you don't. Yes, I do. Now be sensible. From what I hear, you've made yourself indispensable. Well, I heard you've got a special someone on the side, Burr. Is that so? What are you trying to hide, Burr? I should go. No, these guys should go. Wow, leave us alone, man. It's alright, Burr. I wish you brought this girl with you tonight, Burr. You're very kind, but I'm afraid it's unlawful, sir. What do you mean? She's married. I see. She's married to a British officer. Oh, shit. Congrats again, Alexander. Smile more. I'll see you on the other side of the war. I will never understand you. If you love this woman, go get her. What are you waiting for? I'll see you on the other side of the war. I'll see you on the other side of the war.
Theodosia writes me a letter every day. I'm keeping the bed warm while her husband is away. He's on the British side in Georgia. He's trying to keep the colonies in line, but he can keep all of Georgia. Theodosia, she's mine. Love doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes, and we keep loving anyway. We laugh and we cry and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason, I'm by your side when so many have tried. And I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. The grandfather was a fire and a brimstone preacher. But there are things that the homilies and hymns won't teach us. My mother was a genius. My father commanded respect. When they died, they left no instructions, just a legacy to protect. Death doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, and we keep living anyway. We rise and we fall and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason I'm still alive when everyone who loves me has died, I'm willing to wait for it. Wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. I am the one thing in life I can control. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. I am inevitable, I'm an original. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. I'm not falling behind or running late. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. I'm not standing still, I'm lighting wait. Hamilton faces an endless uphill climb. He has something to prove, he has nothing to lose. Hamilton faces relentless, he wastes no time. He's like in his shoes. Hamilton doesn't hesitate, he exhibits no restraint. He takes and he takes and he takes. He keeps winning anyway. He changes the game, he plays and he raises the stakes. And if there's a reason he seems to thrive when so few survive, then goddamn it, I'm willing to wait for it. Wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. Life doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes. Rise and fall. And if there's a reason I'm still alive when so many have died, then I'm willing to wait for it, 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 wait for it. was a ragtag volunteer army in need of a shower, somehow defeat a global superpower. How do we emerge victorious from the quagmire, leave the battlefield waving Betsy Ross's flag higher? Yo, turns out we have a secret weapon, an immigrant you know and love who's unafraid to step in. He's constantly confusing, compounding the British henchman. Everybody giving up for America's favorite fighting Frenchman, Lafayette. I'm taking this horse by the reins, making red coats redder with blood stains, Lafayette. And I'm never gonna stop until I make them drop and burn it up and scatter the remains. I'm Lafayette. Watch me engage and I'm escaping, I'm enraging, I'm Lafayette. I go to France for more fun, Lafayette. I come back with more guns and chips, and so the balance shifts. We rendezvous with Rochambeau, consolidate their gifts. We can end this war at Yorktown, cut them off at sea. But for this to succeed, there is someone else we need. I know Hamilton, so he knows what to do in the trench. Ingenuity, fluent in French, I mean Hamilton. So you're gonna have to use him eventually. What's he gonna do on the bench, I mean Hamilton. No one has more resilience or matches my practical, tactical brilliance. Hamilton. You wanna fight for your land back? I need my right-hand man back, Hamilton. Get your right-hand man back, Hamilton. I mean, you gotta get your right-hand man back, Hamilton. I mean, you gotta put some thought to the letter, but the sooner the better. Get your right-hand man back.
Alexander Hamilton, the troops are waiting in the field for you. If you join us right now, together we can turn the tide. Oh, Alexander Hamilton, I have soldiers that will yield for you. If we manage to get this right, they'll surrender by early light. The world will never be the same. Alexander.
Dear Theodosia, what to say to you? You have my eyes, you have your mother's name. When you came into the world you cried, and it broke my heart. I'm dedicating every day to you. Domestic life was never quite my style. When you smile, you knock me out, I fall apart, and I thought I was so smart. You will come of age with our young nation. We'll bleed and fight for you, we'll make it right for you. If we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you. We'll give the world to you, and you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Yeah, you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday.
Oh, Philip, when you smile, I am undone. My son, look at my son. Pride is not the word I'm looking for. There is so much more inside me now. Oh, Philip, you outshine the morning sun. My son, when you smile, I fall apart, and I thought I was so smart. My father wasn't around.
My father wasn't around.
I swear that I'll be around for you. I'll do whatever it takes.
I'll make a million mistakes. I'll make the world safe and sound for you.
We'll come of age with our young nation.
We'll bleed and fight for you.
We'll make it right for you.
If we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you. We'll give the world to you, and you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Yeah, you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday.
After the war, I went back to New York. After the war, I went back to New York. I finished up my studies and I practiced law. I practiced law, but work next door. Even though we started at the very same time, Alexander Hamilton began to climb. How to account for his rise to the top? Man, the man is non-stop. Gentlemen of the jury, I'm curious, bear with me. Are you aware that we're making history? This is the first murder trial of our brand new nation. The liberty behind deliberation. Non-stop. Beyond a shadow of a doubt with my assistant counsel. Co-counsel Hamilton, sit down. Our client Levy Weeks is innocent. Call your first witness. That's all you had to say. Okay, one more thing. Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Assume that attitude may be your doom. Why do you write like you're running out of time? Write your day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you fight like you're running out of time. Keep on fighting in the meantime. Non-stop. Corruption's such an old song that we can sing along in harmony, and nowhere is it stronger than in Albany. Its colonies, economies increasingly stalling, and honestly, that's why public service seems to be non-stop. I practiced the law, I practically perfected it. I've seen injustice in the world and I've corrected it. Now for a strong central democracy, if not then I'll be Socrates throwing rubber rocks at these mediocrities. Hamilton at the Constitutional Convention. I was chosen for the Constitutional Convention. There as a New York junior delegate. Now what I'm gonna say may sound indulgent. He goes and proposes his own form of government. What? His own plan for a new form of government. What? Talks for 6 hours, the convention is listless. Right, young man? Yo, who the F is this? Why do you always say what you believe? Why do you always say what you believe? Every proclamation guarantees free ammunition for your enemies. Why do you write like it's going out of style? Write day and night like it's going out of style. Every day you fight like it's going out of style. Do what you do. Alexander? Aaron Burr, sir, it's the middle of the night. Can we confer, sir? Is this a legal matter? Yes, and it's important to me. What do you need? Burr, you're a better lawyer than me. Okay, I know I talk too much, I'm abrasive, you're incredible in court, you're succinct, persuasive. My client needs a strong defense, you're the solution. Who's your client? The new U.S. Constitution? No. Hear me out! No way! A series of essays anonymously published defending the document of the public. No one will read it. I disagree, and if it fails... Burr, that's why we need it. The Constitution's a mess, so it needs amendment. It's full of contradictions. So is independence. We have to start somewhere. No way. You're making a mistake. Good night. Hey, what are you waiting for? What do you stall for? What? We won the war. What was it all for? Do you support this Constitution? Of course. Then defend it. And what if you're backing the wrong horse? Burr, we studied and we fought and we killed for the notion of a nation we now get to build. For once in your life, take a stand with pride. I don't understand how you stand to the side. I'll keep all my plans close to my chest. Wait for it. I'll wait here and see which way the wind will blow. I'm taking my time, watching the afterbirth of a nation, watching the tension grow. I am sailing out to London. I am accompanied by someone who always pays. I have found a wealthy husband who will keep me in comfort for all my days. He is not a lot of fun, but there is no one who can match your return of phrase. My Alexander, don't forget to run. Look at where you are. Look at where you started. The fact that you're alive is a miracle. Just stay alive, that would be enough. And if your wife could share a fraction of your time, if I could grant you peace of mind, would that be enough? Alexander joins forces with James Madison and John Jay to write a series of essays defending the new United States Constitution entitled The Federalist Papers. The plan was to write a total of 25 essays, the work divided evenly among the 3 men. In the end, they wrote 85 essays in the span of 6 months. John Jay got sick after writing 5. James Madison wrote 29. Hamilton wrote the other 51. How do you write like you're running out of time? Write day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you fight like you're running out of time. Like you're running out of time, while you're running out of time. How do you write like tomorrow won't arrive? How do you write
write like you need it to survive? How do you write every second you're alive? Every second you're alive, every second you're alive.
They are asking me to lead. I am doing the best I can to get the people that I need. I'm asking you to be my right hand. Yes, I know it's a lot to ask. I'm still behind the world you. Sir, do you want me to run the Treasury or State Department? Treasury. Let's go. Alexander, I have to leave. Alexander, look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. Helpless. They're asking me to leave. Look around. Isn't this enough? He will never be satisfied. He will never be satisfied. 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 Look around. He will never be satisfied. Why do you fight like history has its eyes on you? I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am Alexander Hamilton. Hamilton, just you wait. I am not throwing away my shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
My dearest Angelica, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day. I trust you'll understand the reference to another Scottish tragedy without my having a name to play. They think me Macbeth, ambition is my folly. I'm a polymath, a pain in the ass, a massive pain. Addison is Banquo, Jefferson's Macduff, and Bermanwood is Congress on its way to Dunsany.
There you are, an ocean away. You have to live an ocean away. Thoughts of you subside, but again another letter. They cannot put the notion away. Take a break, I'm on my way. There's a little surprise before supper, and it cannot wait.
I'll be there in just a minute, take my plate.
Alexander,
Okay.
your son is 9 years old today. He has something he'd like to say. He's been practicing all day. Philip, take it away.
Daddy, look, my name is Philip. I am a poet. I wrote this poem just to show it. And I just turned 9. You can write rhymes, but you can't write mine.
What?
I practice French, I play piano with my mother. I have a sister, but I want a little brother.
Okay.
My daddy's trying to start America's bank. 1, 2, 3, cut the sun!
Bravo! Take a break.
Hey, our kid is pretty great.
Run away with us for the summer. Let's go upstate.
Realize I've got so much on my plate.
I'll go stay with my father. There's a lake I know in a nearby park.
I'd love to.
I can go when the night gets dark.
I will try to get away.
My dearest Alexander, you must get through to Jefferson. Sit down with him and compromise. Don't stop till you agree. Your favorite older sister, Angelica, reminds you there's someone in your corner all the way across the sea. And a letter I received from you 2 weeks ago, I noticed a comma in the middle of a phrase. Change the meaning. Did you intend this? One stroke and you consume my waking days. It says, my dearest Angelica, with a comma after dearest. You've written my dearest Angelica. Anyway, all this to say, I'm coming home this summer at my sister's invitation. I'll be there with your family if you'll make your way upstate. I know you're very busy, I know your work's important, but I'm crossing the ocean and I just can't wait. You will be an ocean away, you will only be a moment away. Alexander, come downstairs. Angelica's arriving today. Angelica, Eliza, the Schuyler sisters. Alexander, it's it's good to see your face. Angelica, tell this man John Adams spends the summer with his family. Angelica, tell my wife John Adams doesn't have a real job anyway. You're not joining us, wait. I'm afraid I cannot join you upstate. Alexander, I came all this way. All this way, take a break. No, I have to get my pen to Congress. Stay with us for the summer, let's go upstate. God, if we don't get this pen to Congress, we'll all go stay with our father. I know I'll miss your face. Screw your courage to this hippie place. I can't go. Take a break. Run away with us for the summer, let's go upstate. We'll all go stay with our father. If you take your time, you'll make your mark. Close your eyes and feel when the night is dark. Take a break. I have to get my plan through Congress. I can't stop till I get this plan through Congress.
They say George Washington's yielding his power and stepping away. Is that true? I wasn't aware that was something a person could do. I'm perplexed. Are they going to keep on replacing whoever's in charge? If so, who's next? There's nobody else in their country who looms quite as large. John Adams, I know him. That can't be. That's that little guy who spoke to me all those years ago. What was it? 85. That poor man, they're going to eat him alive. Oceans rise, empires fall. Next to Washington, they all look small. All alone, watch them run. They will tear each other into pieces. Jesus Christ, this will be fun. Da 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 da. President John Adams, good luck.
I saved every letter you wrote me. From the moment I read them, I knew you were mine. You said you were mine. I thought you were mine. Do you know what Angelica said when we saw your first letter arrive? She said, be careful with that one, love. You will do what it takes to survive. You and your words flooded my senses. Your sentences left me defenseless. You built me palaces out of paragraphs. You built cathedrals. I'm rereading the letters you wrote me. I'm searching and scanning for answers in every line, for some kind of sign. And when you were mine, the world seemed to burn. You published the letters she wrote you. You told the whole world how you brought this girl into your bed. In clearing your name, you have ruined our lives. Do you know what Angelica said when she read what you'd done? She said, you have married an Icarus.
is flown too close to the sun. You and your words obsessed with your legacies. Your sentences border on senseless, and you are paranoid in every paragraph how they perceive you. I'm erasing myself from the narrative. Let future historians wonder how Eliza reacted when you broke her heart. You have torn it all apart, and I'm watching it burn. I'm watching it burn. The world has no right to my heart. The world has no place in our bed. They don't get to know what I said. I'm burning the memories, burning the letters that might have redeemed you. You'll forfeit all rights to my heart. You'll forfeit the place in our bed. You'll sleep in your office instead, with only the memories of when you were mine. I hope that you burn.
Where's my son, Mr. Hamilton? Come in. They brought him in a half an hour ago. He lost a lot of blood on the
Is
wheel.
he alive?
Yes, but you have to understand, the bullet entered just above his hip and lodged him in his
Can
right
I
arm.
see him, please?
I'm doing everything I can, but the wound was already infected when he arrived.
Philip.
I did exactly as you said, Pa. I held my head up high. I know, shh. I know you did everything just right. Even before we got to 10, I was aiming for the sky. I was aiming for the sky. I know, save your strength and stay alive. Is he breathing? Is he going to survive this? Who did this, Alexander? Did you know? Mom, I'm so sorry for forgetting what you taught my son. We played piano. You would put your hands on mine. You changed the melody every time. I would always change the line. I know. I would always change the line. I know. Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq, six, sept, huit, neuf. Good. Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq, six, sept, huit, neuf. 7, 8, 9.
That the words don't reach. There is suffering too terrible to name. You hold your child as tight as you can and push away the unimaginable. The moments when you're in so deep, it feels easier to just swim down. And so they move uptown and learn to live with the unimaginable. I spend hours in the garden. I walk alone to the store, and it's quiet uptown. I never liked the quiet before. I take the children to church on Sunday, a sign of the cross at the door, and I pray. That never used to happen before.
see him in the street, walking by himself, talking to himself, have pity. You would like it uptown, it's quiet uptown. He is working through the unimaginable. His hair is gone gray, he passes every day. They say he walks the length of the city. You knock me out, I fall apart. Can you imagine? I don't pretend to know the challenges we're facing. I know there's no replacing what you've lost, and you need time. Just let me stay here by your side. That would be enough. There are moments that the words don't reach. There's a grace too powerful to name. We push away what we can never understand. We push away the unimaginable. They are standing in the garden, standing there side by side. She takes his hand. It's quiet uptown. Forgiveness. Can you imagine? Forgiveness. Can you imagine?
How does Hamilton, an arrogant, immigrant, orphan, bastard, or his son somehow endorse Thomas Jefferson, his enemy, a man he's despised since the beginning, just to keep me from winning? I want the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. You've kept me from the room where it happens for the last time. Dear Alexander, I'm slow to anger, but I toe the line to reckon with the effects of your life on mine. I look back on where I failed, and in every place I check, the only common thread has been your disrespect. Now you call me immoral, a dangerous disgrace. If you've got something to say, name a time and place face to face. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, a dupper. Mr. Vice President, I am not the reason no one trusts you. No one knows what you believe. I will not equivocate on my opinion. I have always worn it on my sleeve. Even if I said what you think I said, you will need to cite a more specific grievance. Here's an itemized list of 30 years of disagreement. Sweet Jesus. Hey, I have not been shy. I am just a guy in the public eye, trying to do the best for our republic. I don't want to fight, but I won't apologize for doing what's right. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, A. Ham. Careful how you proceed, good man. Interpret it indeed, good man. Answer for the accusations I lay at your feet, or prepare to bleed, good man. For your grievance is legitimate. I stand by what I said, every bit of it. You stand only for yourself, it's what you do. I can't apologize because it's true. Stand, Alexander. We Hawken. Dawn. Guns. Drawn. You're on. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, A. Ham, A. Bird.